Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Jupiter, Lita here, and today I'm gonna talk about this thing that, seems to happen. Well, it's not anything bad to talk about, but it does. So, you know how I always talk about, the hate and love kinship that folks have with, with Deke and Cloverway and and I guess Pioneer, well, Pathseeker, in their handling or offshooting of the English offshoot of Sailor Moon. But you never hear about that love and hate kinship they got with the Viz English offshoot. And the grounds to why a lot of them don't have the same hate to the Viz one that they have to Deke and Cloverway and whatever is that they're like, well, all they did was just put it in English is what their first thing will say. They didn't shift the names, they'll say. They gave us all the followings from all of the five followings of the show, they'll say. They didn't shift anything. Well, and here's the funny thing. There were a lot of things that they I take that back because there were some things they didn't like about it. But, here's the things they always like, bitch about, or ashamed and scathing guilted about the English offshoot. The one that Deke and Cloverway and then Pioneer and Pathseeker would seek to do. First off, it's in English. I am not shitting you. That is the first scathing. Now, keep in mind, and now between 95 when the license was given out to Deke, and then I guess you could say in between 99 when the deal was given out to Cloverway, whatever. A lot of folks who live in the English speaking world speak English as their first speech. Now there might be folks who know more than one speech, but a lot of folks they only speak like one speech, whatever that speech is. So you folks bitching about how it's in a speech that you speak, you know, unless you, when you were younger, you went to learn and you learned a two-forward speech, whatever that two-forward speech was. If it was Dawnlandish, good for you. But if not, oh well. So, saying that folks were too lazy to learn another speech is the grounds to why it had to be put in English. Well, yeah, dumb scathing right there. Especially when you folks are English speakers too, and you're going to give shit for it being put in your speech. The next thing you would bitch about is the word show players. Yeah, the folks who did the speaking for themselves on the show. Oh, they spoke New Worlder English. They spoke Wanda Reich's English and Settled English, which both offshoots of English are closely the same, you know. And you didn't think you did a good job speaking them. I don't know what you didn't like against them, but you just didn't. And if you weren't done scathing it, then you scathed, I don't know, the name's being shifted. Some of you folks were mad that they didn't keep the Dawnlandish borrowed names, but instead took on either Greek or Latin or French or Gaelic or Hebrew borrowed names, and some English names too, but they were borrowed names that they shifted. You didn't like that. Why? Who fucking knows? In your mind, I guess you think everyone, some folks who never heard of Sailor Moon, some folks that they might not be so well, and they might not be well, they might not know the Dawnlandish borrowed names that these selves had in the beginning. So you had to pick borrowed names that other folks would understand. Was that so hard? Alright, Was that so wrong? I just say. Then the next thing you bitched about was, oh, they skipped over some followings. Yeah, which is true. Deke did skip over some followings of uh of season one, but I guess they did that was to get the show to go faster, you know. But then you bitched about how one following became two followings by the end of the first following. Why the fuck would you bitch about that? You should have been happy you got what was a one following became a two sagas. But no, you didn't like that. You bitched about that. And then you made fun of the Sailor Says stuff. Well, keep in mind, back in the day, there was an oversight that said that some spans of the Farseer had to be for learning. So sadly, Deke had to follow that oversight. So that's why they had to put Sailor Says at the end of every Sailor Moon following they handled between 95 to 98 YL when their deal came to an end. And when it came to Cloverway, you bitched about the same shit too. And then you behaved as if the unstraight folk were being handled the wrong way. You were like, oh no, Zoe cites a woman. Well, I already made a whole film talking about why Deke had to do that and why Cloverway had to do something about it too. Alright? Deke didn't want to be in a bind where folks would scathe them and shame them and say, for having unstraight folk, which there's nothing wrong with being unstraight. I already said that many times too. But we all know why Deke had to do what they had to do. But at the end of the day, the love and hate that you folks had for the Deke offshoot of Sailor Moon, it's just sad. It is. So that's all the time I got. Hope you like this film. Tell me what you think about it. Are you a follower of the Deke work or not? Anyway, that's it. Follow me over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the last film we made yesterday over here with Sailor Mars. I'm Sailor Jupiter Lita, and I hope you like this film. Bye.